Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I am Kishore and today we are going to solve a classic Sudoku authored by R. Kumarasan. Now Kumarasan has been giving us some wonderful contributions in the recent past and we are extremely thankful to him for all the Sudokus given to us. I will add the online solving interface for this Sudoku in the description of the video, so if you guys want to have a try before watching this video, you can do so. Moving on to the rules. The rules are standard. Each row, each column and each 3x3 box in the grid will have digits from 1 to 9 without any repetitions. With that, we'll start solving this Sudoku. Okay, we have a 1 in row 5 and a 1 in column 6. So 1 in box 5 has only one cell left and that has to go here. Now the remaining digits in box 5 are 2 and 4, right? But 4 cannot be in row 6, so 4 has to go here and this has to be a 2. Any more simple digits? So we have a 5 in row 4 and 5 in row 6, which means 5 will be in one of these two cells in row 5. But 5 is in column 2, so 5 has to go here. And 5 is in column 1 and column 2, so 5 in column 3 will go in these two cells. And there is a 5 in column 4 and column 5, so 5 will go in these two cells. There is a 5 in row 1 and row 3 and a 5 in column 9, so that gives us a 5 here and which immediately gives us a 5 here, right, because of these two 5s. And this 5 gives a 5 here and which in turn forces a 5 here. Neat. So we have got all the 5s very fast. Let's look at column 6 now because it has 6 digits filled, and in classic Sudokus it always helps to look at rows or columns or boxes which are almost filled. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9 have been placed. Remaining digits are 4, 6 and 8. And 8 cannot go here. So this is a 4 or a 6. And this cannot be a 6. This is a 4 or 8. And this has to be a 4, 6 or 8. Let's look at row 5 now because we have again 6 digits. 1, 5, 7, 3, 4, 9 are the filled in digits. Remaining digits are 2, 6 and 8, right? This cannot be a 6. So this is a 2 or 8. And this can be 2, 6 and 8 and this cannot be a 2 or 8. So this would have to be a 6. Great. So this cannot be a 6 now. So we get a 2, 8 pair, which is not really helpful because we have already filled in all the digits. There is a 6 in column 2 and column 1, which means 6 in column 3 has to go in this cell, row 7 column 3. There is no other cell left. There is a 6 here and a 6 coming from column 9. So 6 in box 9 would have to go in one of these two cells. And 6 in column 8 now has to go in one of these two cells because of these two 6s. There is a 1 in box 4, which means 1 cannot be in these two cells and 1 has to go here. There is a pair if you see. You can see that 3, 4 is in column 7 in rows 5 and 6 and there is a 3, 4 in column 8 in rows 8 and 9. So which means that you cannot have 3, 4 in any of these cells and there is only two cells left for us to log the 3 and 4 and they have to be here. So 5, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4. Remaining digits are 1, 2 and 6. So this cannot be a 2. So this is a 1 and 6. This will be 1, 2 and 6 and this will be 1, 2 and 6. So far the progress has been very clean. Let us look at box 7 now. 5 digits are filled in. 5, 6, 8, 7 and 9 have been placed. Remaining are 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So you can't have a 3 in column 1, which means 3 has to go in one of these two cells. And, okay. So in row 9 you have 1 and 4, right? So which means these two cells cannot contain a 1 or 4. So which means 1 and 4 has to be locked into these two cells. So this cannot be a 3. So these two cells will be 1 and 4 and this would have to be a 3, right? And this has to be a 2 now, the only remaining digit in that box. And you can't have a 2 in row 6 and a 2 in column 1, which means 2 must be in one of these two cells. And there is a 2 in row 1, so 2 must be in one of these two cells in box 1. Okay, but you have 2 in one of these two cells, right? Because in box 3 you cannot have 2 in any of these cells, so 2 must be here, which means we can eliminate the 2 from here and we get the 2 in row 2 column 3. And now as usual we will focus on this column because there is 6 cells in that column. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 8. remaining digits are 4, 7, 9. You can't have a 4 here, so this will be a 7 or a 9. And this is not a 9, so this is a 4 or a 7, and this would have to be a 4, 7 or 9. Let us look at row 4 now. 1, 3, 5, 6 and 8 are the digits available. Remaining are 2, 4, 7 and 9. You can't have a 4 or 7 here in row 4 column 8. So this will be a 2 or a 9. This will be a 2, 7 and 9. This will be a 2, 4, 9, and this cannot be 2, 9. So this will be a 4 or 7. So let us take a break here and see if we can spot any pairs or triplets. We have a pair that we marked here. There is a pair here. But other than that, I don't think there is any pair which can help us. So let us continue to column 9 now. 3, 4, 2, 5, 6, 8. Remaining digits are 1, 7 and 9. You can't have a 1 in row 9. So this will be a 7 and 9. This will be a 1, 7 and 9. And this will be a 1, 7 and 9. Let us focus on column 1 now, right? So left out digits are 1, 4, 7 and 8. So this cannot be a 7, so this will be a 1, 4 or 8, and this is going to be 1, 4, 7, 8. We will refrain from writing candidates in cells which have 4 possibilities. So column 4, if you see, remaining digits are 3, 4, 8 and 9. You can't have a 9 here, so this will be 3, 4, 8, and this will be 3, 4, 8 and 9. This will be a 3, 4, 8 because 9 is here, and this is not a 3, so this will be a 4, 8 and 9. The 7 cannot be in column 8, so 7 would have to go into one of these two cells. Fine. And this cell, if you look at, it cannot be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 1 or 7. So this can only be 8 or a 9. So if you look at column 3, a 4 cannot be in this cell, a 4 must be going into one of these two cells, right? So which means we can use box reduction to eliminate the 4 from there. The Sudoku is getting slightly harder now, as you can see. Even after marking so many candidates, there is not much in way of pairs or any triplets. So let us look at this row now. 6, 7, 9, 2 and 5 are the available digits. 1, 3, 4 and 8 have to be placed. But this cell cannot contain a 1, cannot contain a 4, cannot contain an 8. So this can only be a 3. Beautiful. That is a hidden single. So we have placed the 3 now. We can eliminate the 3 from here. Though this will be a 4 or 8. And now if you look at row 7, this would have to be 1, 4, 8. But 4 is available. So 4 we can eliminate. So this will be 1 or 8. Great. So we can't have the 9 in row 1 and 9 in column 1 is also not possible. So 9 must be in one of these two cells, which means that this cell cannot be 3, 4, 5, 8, cannot be a 9, cannot be a 2. So this can only be a 1, 6 or a 7. I still don't see any pairs getting formed as a result of our candidate marking in cells. Let us look at row 9 because we have 6 digits again. 1, 2, 3, 8, 4, 5, right? Remaining digits are 6, 7, 9. This cannot be a 7, so this is a 6 or a 9. And this cannot be a 9, so this will be a 6 or a 7. And this is a 7 and 9. We'll remove this stray pencil mark from here. Okay, so 6 is not in column 9 of box 9. 6 would have to be in one of these two cells. And that eliminates the 6 from here. So this would have to be a 1 or a 2. We can't have an 8 in row 3, so 8 must go into one of these two cells, right? But that is not giving us any direct elimination. If you look at this cell, it can't be 2, 3, 5, 6 as 7 or 8, so it can only be a 1, 4 or a 9. 1, 4, 9, so these three cells must have 2, 8 in between them, which is not giving us any elimination again. Okay, so if you look at this box, there is only one cell left for the 2 which could have been placed earlier also. So we can place the 2 now. There is a 4, 8 and a 4, 8, 9 here, so which means 3 must be going to one of these 2 cells, and there is a 3 also here, not of much use. Let us look at column 5 now. We have placed 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, right? So remaining digits are 1, 6, 7 and 9. You can't have a 6 and a 7 in this box, in this cell rather. So this has to be a 1 or a 9. Only possibilities left to us are 1 or 9. So nothing else can come there. And this cell, let us write the candidates now because we have filled in almost every cell and still we are not getting progress as much as we would like to have. So let us mark the candidates. So 3, 4, 8 and 9, right? Okay, I think this is the place where we are going to use the Y-wing technique. So for explaining the Y-wing technique, I will move on to a different grid. Now the grid that you see before is this grid is just a sample grid and it is not an actual grid. Meaning this Sudoku, if you solve, it has multiple solutions. However, there is only one cell that can be determined logically from this grid. So you can call this a just one cell Sudoku. This grid was prepared to explain the Y-wing technique. So if you see these cells, I will highlight and show. These 4 cells, if you see, the only possible candidates left are written in each of these 4 cells, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 and 9. So this is 5 and 7 and 2, 4, 8, 1, 5, 6 and 9. So this is 3 or 7, 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6 and 9. So this is 7 and 8 and similarly the only possible candidates left here are 5 and 8. Now if you look at these 4 cells closely, we have digits in the pattern A, B. You can take A as 5 and B as 7. And again AC, A is 5 and C is 8. And then BC, B is 7 as mentioned and C is 8. So when you have digits in such pattern AB, AC and BC, then the cell which sees the corner of the other 2 cells, that is AB and AC, cannot have the common candidate in this cell. So the common candidate between these 2 cells, row 2 column 3 and row 8 column 7 is 7, right? So you cannot have a 7 in here. So if you have a 7 here, what happens? Let us put a 7 here. If you put a 7 here, this becomes a 5 and because of this 7 this becomes an 8, right? And now we are choked of any candidates in row 8 column 3. We can't have any possibilities there. So this is called the Y-wing technique. Digits in the pattern AB, AC and BC. When you have such digits in such patterns, the common cell which sees the corner of the 2 cells, right? These 2 cells, the AB and the AC, it has to see the corner of the 2 cells, will not have the common digit from this cell as a candidate. So common digit from these 2 cells is 7, and if you have a 7 here, you get a 5 forced here and an 8 forced here, and that eliminates all possible digits from this cell. This is called a Y-wing, and in harder Sudokus you will definitely see most of the times a Y-wing, and it is a very powerful technique. If you are able to eliminate and see such Y-wing patterns, you can solve classic Sudokus very faster. This is called a Y-wing. So now we will move on to the actual grid. So here I would request our viewers to pause the video and see if you can spot the Y-wing. It is slightly distributed away, so you might need to take a closer look. I will pause here for 2 seconds maybe. Okay, so we will continue the grid now. The Y-wing that you are going to spot here is so if you look at these 4 cells, we have exactly the same pattern as described here, right? Same pattern almost, but slightly far away you can say, or slightly displaced. So you have an AB pattern here, an AC pattern here. A is common between these 2 cells, and instead of BC or AC rather, we have 3 possibilities here, but still Y-wing will work out. but instead of the BC here, the BC is slightly displaced here. So you can look at this angle. So you can say this as AB, this as AC, and this as BC. So looking at these two corner cells, right, this is kind of a rectangle, and looking at these two corner cells is this cell, right? This cell has effect on both these two cells. If you displace by one cell and go to this cell, it has an effect only on this cell and not on this cell. So you have to take a cell which has an effect on both the corner of the Y-wing cells. So if you have a 4 here, you get a 1 in this cell, right? I'll show you. You get a 1 here if you have a 4 here, and you get an 8 here, which means that you cannot have any candidate left in row 2 column 1. So what a powerful technique, what a beautiful Sudoku to illustrate the technique, right? So however, here I would love to show you guys some other technique which I spotted while I was noticing this. I would let you guys to decide which one of the two is better. We would be delighted to hear your comments on which technique you found better. So instead of this Y-wing, right, instead of spotting this Y-wing, there is a different way by which you could have solved the Sudoku. The other way is, if you look at these 4 cells, 3, 4, 4, 8 and 3, 4, 8, this is called an XY chain, right, similar to the XY chain that we covered in one of our earlier videos. So basically an XY chain is that when you have a 3 in this cell, you get a 4 here, right, you get an 8 here, and because of the 3 here and 8 here, you get a 4 here, right. So if you have a 3 here, you get a 4 in this cell, right, and if you have a 4 here, still the 4 is confined to one of these two cells, which means that 4 can be eliminated from all these cells, right, because regardless of whatever digit comes here, the 4 is going to be either in row 1 column 4 or in row 1 column 9. So you can eliminate the 4 from this cell and you get a 7 here, which gives you a 9 and the Sudoku continues. So this way also we can continue the Sudoku, right, and we can also continue using the Y-wing. I will allow you guys to decide which one of the two techniques you like the most, and do let us know in comments. So but for the purpose of this video, I will continue with the Y-wing. So these 4 cells had the Y-wing, right? So we can eliminate the 4 from here because that would force an 8 here and a 1 here, and there is no candidate left here. So which means that this cell cannot contain a 4, right? Great. So which means that 4 would have to go in one of these two cells in box 8, and that means we can eliminate the 4 from these two cells. So we have a 3, 8 and 3, 8 and 9 now. Right? I'll remove the highlighting from these cells. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time removing the highlighting. Right. So we have removed the highlighting now. Let us see if we can spot any more direct digits because of that Y-wing. So we got a 6, 8 here, which means 4 must be in one of these two cells. And we got a 4 here, and because of which we eliminated the 4 from these cells. Right. So again we have a Y-wing now. The Y-wing is as shown in the highlighted cells. I will again show an Y-wing. So we are kind of having an exercise now. We spotted a Y-wing once just previously, and again we have a Y-wing. So these two cells, if you see, AB, BC, AC, they are having again a Y-wing kind of pattern. But instead of making elimination from any of these 4 cells, right, or rather, sorry, I highlighted 4 cells by mistake. So the Y-wing is hidden in these cells, right? This is the Y-wing pattern, okay? Now if you look at this cell, if you have a 3 in this cell, this becomes a 4 and this becomes 8, and we don't have any possibility here. A Y-wing need not be in rectangular pattern alone. It can also happen across boxes, adjacent boxes as well. So if you see, these 3 cells are in AB, BC and AC pattern, and we need to take 2 cells which sees the corner. The corner in this case is this one, and this is kind of the middle cell. And when you look at this cell, so 3 is common between those 2 cells. So if you have a 3 here, this becomes 8 and this becomes 4, and we cannot have any possibility in this cell. So this is not a 3. Beautiful, right? Such kind of techniques are really well worth to practice if you want to become stronger in classics. Of course, if you practice classic Sudokus which have such techniques, you will definitely be more bound to spot such wivings. Now we have got an 8 and 9 here. We eliminated the 4 from here, and because of which we have a triplet 4, 8, 9. So that gives a 3 here, and that gives a 4 here, a 3 here, and that gives 7 here, and we are getting digits now very fast, right? So we can remove the highlighting from this cells. So because of the 7 we get a 9 here, and that 9 gives a 4 here, a 6 here, an 8 here, a 4 here, a 9 here, and 6 here. We are completely bringing the curtains down on the Sudoku now. This 4 gives a 1 here, a 4 here, a 7 here, and this is not a 7 now. So this will be a 2, 9 which gives a 4 here, and this is a 9, so this is 8. This is a 2 which gives an 8 here, and only possible digit left in column 2 is 9, right? And these two cells must be 1, 8 in some order. And there is a 6 in row 2 and row 3 which gives us a 6 here, and this cell cannot be a 6 anymore, so this will be a 1 or a 2. And only possible cell left in row 7 is 8, so we can place the 8 there. And the two cells left in row 8 are 1 and 6, right? 4, 5, 7, 2, 3, 8 and 9, so 1 and 6. 6 cannot be here, so this would have to be a 6, so this would have to be a 1, that gives a 7 here, a 9 here, and a 7 here. And the only possible cell left in row 6 is 1, which gives a 1 here, a 2 here, 2 here, and a 9 here. Amazing, guys. Just because of spotting those two wivings, we have been able to proceed very fast in the Sudoku. Of course, you can short circuit the two wiving technique by using the XY chain that I explained. So like I said, you guys can decide which of the two techniques you enjoyed the most. So in row 3, the only possible cell left is 7. So we can place the 7 here. And two digits left in column 5 are 1 and 9. So we can pencil mark them. So this is 1 and 9, which gives an 8 here. Eliminates the 9 from there. So this will be an 8. This will be an 8. This will be a 1. This will be a 1. This will be a 9. And this is a 4. And that completes this absolutely great and fun to solve classic Sudoku by Kumaresan. So we had a kind of an exercise in wivings. We went to a sample grid where we saw how a wiving works. You have to see a pattern of the sort AB, BC and AC, and then you have to see the two corner cells, and you have to take the cell which sees both of those two corner cells, right? And then eliminate the common digit from that cell. The common digit is the digit which is present in the corner cell. So you have to eliminate the digit, otherwise you will get a contradiction in the diagonally opposite cell. So this is how a wiving works. So hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve this gorgeous classic Sudoku. Please do let us know in comments which of the two techniques that I explained you enjoyed the most. We would be delighted to hear from you. And do remember to subscribe to the channel. We are planning to post a Sudoku and a puzzle daily. So if you do not want to miss any notification from us, please subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you all soon.